Muy buenos días a todas las personas que están conectadas en este momento. Mi nombre es Camila Flores, hago parte del equipo de Consejería Académica y Relaciones Internacionales y hoy estaremos realizando un webinar con University of Exeter. Nos acompaña Tracy Moore, quien estará realizando la presentación. Quería recordarles que con esta universidad tenemos un convenio que tiene el Ayudar Scholarships, que consiste en que los donantes, es decir, la Universidad de Exeter, hará una entrevista para otorgarle una beca a quienes sean seleccionados por Colfuturo con el fin de elegir el apoyo de 14.000 pounds anuales en los gastos de manutención hasta por 2 años, dependiendo de la duración del programa. Y también en el valor de la matrícula, si el valor de la matrícula supera los 25.000 pounds financiados por Colfuturo, Ayudar Scholarships va a cubrir este saldo. Ya Tracy estará hablando un poco más acerca de este convenio y también para las personas que no sean elegidas por el Ayudar Scholarships recibirán un descuento del 20% en el valor de la matrícula. En este momento le doy la bienvenida a Tracy. Tracy, hi, how are you? Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, you're welcome, and thank you so much for the invitation to give an overview on the University of Exeter. It's a really great opportunity, and thanks everyone for joining us.
Thank you for your time. You can now start the presentation.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, are you able to see that okay?
Yes, that's perfect.
Perfect, thank you. So yes, just to thank everyone again for joining us and for this opportunity as well. Obviously, I know it's a very difficult situation at the moment, and most importantly, I just hope that everyone that is watching and all at Colfuturo are safe and well. And yes, so I'm just going to give you this overview of Exeter. Thank you. So Exeter, so we're located in the beautiful southwest of England. So our campuses are located in the city of Exeter in Devon and in the coastal town of Penryn in Cornwall. So we have a small airport in Exeter that flies to various places in Europe, such as Spain, to Ireland. I flew last week to Scotland as well. And we also have Bristol that's just an hour away and has an international airport with hubs in Amsterdam and in Paris for international flights. Exeter, we're just 2.25 hours by train from London. So you can leave Exeter St David's and be in London Paddington in the heart of London in just over 2.25 hours. And then our Cornwall campus is about 2 hours further from Exeter. So we have around 25,000 students across our 3 campuses in Devon and Cornwall, and 5,000 of those are from outside the UK, so from over 140 different countries, including 100 students from Latin America. So it makes for a really vibrant and inclusive community. So this is the region that we're in. So Exeter, our campus, is just a 15-minute walk from the city centre of Exeter. So Exeter is a small city, but it has a lot of history. It predates the Romans, and it's a really vibrant city. So we have a really great shopping centre. It's got big department stores and lots of really great independent shops as well. A lot of the popular student brands are from our region. So, for example, Jack Wills, Sea Salt, so really popular. And we have this really lovely quayside area as well. So plenty of places to eat and drink. It has live music there. You can hire a canoe and canoe up the river. You can hire a bike and cycle all the way to the coast. So I live by the seaside. So if you could see the view from my window, I live by the sea, and it's just a 20-minute train ride from Exeter. We're on the edge of Dartmoor National Park, so a really beautiful open space where you can hike, you can horse ride, so really popular. And we also are surrounded by award-winning beaches. So we're a really popular area for British holidaymakers to come and stay. So we have lots of these really pretty seaside towns, like you can see in the bottom of that screen. We also have surfing, the north of Devon, Croydon in Cornwall, near Newquay, really popular for surfing. And we take students out who want to give it a go. Music is also really big in our region. We're just over an hour from Glastonbury, that holds the world famous music festival each year. And in this slide, that is a concert at the Eden Project, which is an amazing indoor global garden in Cornwall, just fantastic. And we also have a lot of local bands that will play with us. We have the Lemon Grove, which is a small nightclub on the campus. And we also have the Great Hall that has well-known bands such as the world famous rock band Muse have played there. So really beautiful region to study in. And this is our campus. So the first thing you see is how green it is. We're a registered botanic garden and one of the most beautiful campuses in the country. So it's like a small town for students. There are plenty of places to eat and drink. There is the Northcote Theatre, that is the largest theatre in Exeter, and it has a variety of student productions and visiting shows, so students can get involved in that. You can see on the left are some of our sports facilities. So we're a former Sports University of the Year, and students can play competitively or just as a hobby or not at all, however they want. But we've invested around £8 million in this sports park. So it has an indoor cricket centre, indoor tennis centre there, fantastic gym facilities. There's an Olympic standard water-based hockey pitch that's in that photo. So for sports facilities, really great. There's also on the right-hand side of the photo, an example of some of our accommodation. So we guarantee accommodation for unaccompanied international postgraduate students. So an example there is Lafrauda, some of our self-catering studios. So as long as students apply before the accommodation deadline, the end of July, then accommodation is guaranteed. So I think something that I really love about Exeter is the mix of the history from the top photo is Reed Hall, a beautiful mansion house in the heart of our campus. And we get together with all our students from Latin America each autumn. We have a traditional, really yummy cream tea that has scones and cream and jam. So it's a really great opportunity for us to meet with our students from Latin America and for you all to meet each other as well. We also have in the picture, like I said, really great examples of the investment in our campus. So we have our student forum, which was a £50 million investment in student facilities. So a real hub for students. It has our library that's spread over 3 floors and open 24 hours a day. It has places to eat and drink in there. And it has our career zone in there, which supports students throughout their studies with their employment after studying. We also have another photo, our Living Systems Institute. So this is a really interdisciplinary building that's brought together a group of scientists, researchers and mathematicians to do pioneering research into living systems and the diagnosis and treatment of disease. So like I said, a real mix of the history and also the investment in modern facilities. We also have in Exeter our smaller St Luke's campus, so a lot of history in that campus and home to our medical school and also our School of Sport and Health Sciences. And we're ranked 10th in the world for sport-related subjects. And then we have our Cornwall campus. Like I said, it's about 2 hours from Exeter, further south. It's close to the coastal towns of Penryn and Falmouth. I think you have 4 beaches on your doorstep. And it's home to our £30 million Environment and Sustainability Institute. And these issues are the real, the focus that underpins that campus. So it's across the subjects that we offer there, from things like renewable energy, we have environmental sciences, it's home to the UK's only mineral mining school as well that's there. So we've invested £1.2 million in our master's suite that's there. It's got a £4 million sports centre. It's also got a green flag, a prestigious green flag for its gardens. Again, like I said, we're lucky to have some of the most beautiful campuses that are here. I've mentioned about accommodation, but just to highlight, on our website, we've got some really great videos where you can look at the options that are available. You can have virtual tours of the bedrooms and the locations. So really great options to help you in your choice. And then our subject areas. So you can see that our subject areas range from A to Z. So from accounting right through to zoology. Some of these programs are offered just at our main Exeter campus, so our main Streatham campus, so subjects such as English, history, law, and then we have some that are offered just at our Cornwall campus. So like I said, those environmental subjects, so renewable energy, environmental sciences, geology are based there. So a whole range of subjects that is offered at Exeter. So I just want to quickly give you some ideas of why the UK and Exeter are a great choice for students from Latin America. So our bachelor's programs are just 3 years in length. Our master's programs are just 1 year. And we also have a great range of PhD programs. I just want to remind you, while I'm talking about this, just to highlight that students, you do not need to have met your academic and your English requirements in order to apply to Exeter for a programme. Students can apply, and then if successful, they can be made a conditional offer based on meeting any conditions of their offer before a certain deadline. That's normally the end of August before starting the programme. Exeter, we're a UK top 10 university. Our completion rates are fantastic. 96% of our students complete their degree on time. And great employment rates. 95% of our graduates are in employment or further study 6 months after graduating. I've already mentioned that we're a former Sports University of the Year, but just to say that Exeter is a member of the prestigious Russell Group of research-led universities. So it's a small group of universities that are known for being research-led. It means that academics that teach you are inspiring, they're at the cutting edge of the areas of research that they're in. And Exeter has got a gold rating for its teaching from the UK government stamped Teaching Excellence Framework. So we have fantastic facilities, gold rated teaching, great employment prospects, exceptional graduate satisfaction. So really makes Exeter a great choice for students. We have more than 250 clubs and societies. That includes the Latin America Society, media campaigning and volunteering groups. So volunteering is really big at Exeter. You can, students can climb Kilimanjaro to raise money for an international charity, or law students can help in the local community. We have a community clinic that supports local people that can't afford legal aid. So really great ways of getting involved in that. Exeter is one of the safest cities in the UK, and our region, the Southwest, is very safe. Our business school is a triple crown business school. So less than 100 business institutions in the world have that triple accreditation and puts us among the world's best. Many of our programs have professional placement and field trip options. So for example, I'll mention in a minute about our engineering business program, but we have a fantastic international film business program, a creativity, innovation and business management program that again include those opportunities to get that work experience. Sorry, my cat's crying. I hope you can't hear. So our ranking, so as well as being 10th in the UK, we also have 23 of our subjects in the UK top 10. We also have a variety of subjects in the world top 50 and the world top 100. So including geography, environmental sciences, history, the world top 100, we have politics, we have marine sciences, English language, and various humanities programs. And I really want to mention about our joint scholarship with Colfuturo. We're so proud to have this joint scholarship that we've now had for the past 3 years. It will be our 3rd year this year. So this is a scholarship for Colombian nationals. So students can apply to Exeter for the programme that they're interested in and receive a conditional or an unconditional offer. Students then apply to Colfuturo during their convocatoria period. And then any Masters and PhD students who pass the Colfuturo process will receive a 20% discount on their tuition fees at Exeter. But any successful students, taught Masters students, are then automatically considered for the additional AYUDA scholarship. And this additional element provides a living allowance, which is around £15,000. And this year, for the first time, we had 3 students that were awarded this AYUDA scholarship, and they were for programs across both our Exeter and our Cornwall campus, and across 3 different subject areas. So we're just very proud of this collaboration with Colfuturo. And again, just to reiterate, you do not have to have already have your English language requirements or have your final transcript from your university program in order to apply. You can apply and then, if successful, receive a conditional offer based on achieving these. And then just to highlight a couple of our programs. So I wanted to mention about our computer and data science. These programs draw on the university's strengths in a variety of areas such as cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, data science. And we have certain courses that are designed for those students who have not studied computer science before or who do not have a background in programming. So our program, the MSc Applied Data Science and Statistics, is a good example of that. And then for engineering, so we have a whole variety of engineering programs, including renewable energy, water engineering. And many of these programs also have a management pathway. So you can combine your masters with modules in strategy and management taught by our business school. So this is a really great option across a variety of these programs. So civil engineering, materials, water engineering, and it just makes students more prepared to go straight into those engineering management positions. And then just to particularly highlight our engineering business management program. So this program can include a year spent working in industry. So it can be a 2-year program. It's one of only 2 programs that's been accredited by the UK's Institute of Engineering and Technology. So we're really proud of this programme, and it's of real benefit to those students who want to fast track to those high level management roles. And just some examples of where recent alumni from our College of Engineering, Maths and Physical Sciences are now working around the world. And then just finally for the programs to highlight our business school, like I mentioned, it has the Triple Crown status, which less than 100 institutions in the world have. So from Equus, the AACSB and AMBER. And fantastic ratings, world ratings. So we are in the top 10 for all business school disciplines in the UK. Our MBA is second in the Corporate Knights Better World MBA, and #1 business school in the UK for graduate destinations. So really proud of that. And again, just various accreditations and memberships that we are part of. So obviously these accredited courses, they can count towards your professional qualifications or registration with a professional body, which can benefit your future career. And employability, we have a fantastic career service. So they'll support you with things like mock job interviews, they'll look at your CV, employers come in about job opportunities that they have. So really great networking events that they hold. So like I said, you're supported throughout your studies at Exeter as well. And then our business programs are across a whole range of subjects. So from accounting and finance, business management, science, innovation, technology and entrepreneurship, economics, and our Exeter MBA. And like I said, you can see some examples of our programs here, or the programs that we offer under those various headings. And so obviously we've had to adapt to the current situation by making a lot of our resources online. So this now gives you great access to these digital resources. So for example, our UniBuddy scheme, where you can chat with a student from your region or who is studying your program of interest. So you can talk directly with them, someone who is studying with us, rather than just listen to me tell you how great our university is. We also have virtual open days, and these are great. So you can sign up for these on our website, and you go into the platform and they'll have talks from our academics. You can have live question and answer sessions with them. We have talks about student life as well on there, so you can hear from our students about what it's like to study at Exeter. So really great opportunities for you. We also, obviously I've mentioned about our joint scholarship with Colfuturo. So I've mentioned about that, but we also have our funding database online. So students that were successful with Colfuturo this year, they had also applied in addition to some of the scholarships that Exeter offers as well. So you can put in your subject of interest, your country, and then it will show you opportunities that are available as well. So definitely worth looking at that as well. And then just to highlight our equivalency. So typically for our programs that look for a UK 2-2 degree, the equivalent of that, we would be looking for about a 3.5 out of 5 from your licenciado. And for a program that is looking for a 2-1 equivalent, that would be around a 4 out of 5. However, we do also consider work experience and any professional qualifications that you have. So, and my email will be on here as well. So any questions you've got in the area, please feel free to contact me. And then also the English language requirements that will be required for the program. But again, as I mentioned, you do not need to have this in order to apply. So that is the end of my presentation. I hope that was helpful. This is my email, so americas@exeter.ac.uk. So please, any questions that you have that maybe don't get answered today, or once you go away and you take in all that information, because I know it's a lot of information, please feel free to come back to me and ask any questions. But obviously I'm happy to take any questions that you may have here as well. I'll just stop sharing my screen.
Tracy, thank you so much for doing this presentation. Now we will be answering the questions they've been sending. And Luisa is wondering, when does the application process open for 2021 and 2022 for international students? Thank you.
Okay, so students can apply for postgraduate programs from the start of September for 2021 entry. You can apply from September. And like I said, again, you do not need to have your final transcript from your university. You do not need to already have your English requirements. If students are successful in their application, they can then receive a conditional offer based on achieving those by a certain deadline. And then obviously with that offer, then students, for example, for the joint scholarship for master's students, students would then apply to Col Futuro during the convocatoria period, which is usually the start of January until the end of February, isn't it, Camilla? So it would be that time. And then when the results are announced by Col Futuro, that is when we will have our pool of candidates for the Ayudar scholarship. And then we arrange an interview with our donors and a panel for those master's students. But like I said, any master's or PhD student who is successful with that Col Futuro application process will then get that tuition fee discount at Exeter. Is that helpful? Is that?
Yeah, they were actually asking some questions about the Ayudar scholarship, and they're wondering how many people are selected.
Well, like I said, with our agreement, there is a minimum of one candidate that is successful each year. And just to highlight that this is a small pool of students. So I really, really encourage students to, like I said, you will automatically be considered for that scholarship. So last year we had one student, Vanessa, and then this year we're delighted that our donors agreed to funding 3 students this year. And just say that was a small pool of students that were interviewed. So I would definitely recommend applying.
Great. Luisa is wondering if Ayudar Scholarship is a program like Crédito Beca, or does it have its own requirements?
So as I mentioned, the requirement is that you are doing a master's taught program at Exeter and that you have successfully passed the Col Futuro application process. So there is no separate application form to apply for that Ayudar element, which gives the living allowance. There is no additional application form. Students are automatically considered for that. And like I said, we are delighted this year that our donors have generously agreed to fund 3 students this year.
Thank you, Tracy. Camila is wondering, I will have my university's title by October, so can I apply in September without having it yet?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you can apply. What you will do, you will apply, and normally you will provide your transcript. So the transcript that you have so far, so the university can see that your current GPA, and then for students that have not, like I said, if you're due to complete in October and you are successful in the application process, you can receive a conditional offer based on achieving a certain grade by a certain date, which, like I said, is normally the summer before you start your program in September. So for students that are starting this September and October, they had to meet the conditions of their offer by now, by this sort of time of year. However, obviously, We know students, you need time to apply for your visa and to make other arrangements such as your travel. So obviously it is normally a bit earlier that you would want to confirm that. But if you are completing your program in October, then that is absolutely fine.
Thank you, Tracy. Juan Jose wants to know, what are the average costs and educational fees for masters?
Okay, so that varies depending on program. So I think for some programs such as business, some of humanities, maybe some of our social sciences and international relations, I think they start from around £17,500, 17 to £18,000. And then the sciences, they're more expensive, so maybe around £20,000. I don't know off my head, sorry, the individual programs, but it's around £22,000. And like I said, students that successfully pass the Colfuturo process, even if they do not receive the Ayudar scholarship, they will still be entitled to that 20% discount on their tuition fees for the duration of their Colfuturo award.
Thank you. Guillermo wants to know if you have a fee for the postulation or the admission to the programs.
Okay, so for master's programs, students usually have to pay a deposit, which is £1,500, so £1,500, in order to guarantee their place or to make themselves firm at Exeter. However, if for students that have passed the Colfuturo process and for our Ayudar scholars, we are able to speak with our admissions department to try and waive that requirement. So students would then go firm once we receive confirmation from Colfuturo. So we have been able to do that this year for students that can show that they are receiving funding from a sponsor. So for PhD students, there is no deposit required, so they do not need to do that. So that is just for taught master's students that is required. And like I said, for Colfuturo scholars and for our Ayudar scholars, we can work with our admissions team to try and make it so that is not required.
Great. The next question is from Edwin, and he wants to know if a master in research that lasts 2 years is included in the scholarship Ayudar.
Usually we say that it is for a taught master's program. That is what it says in our agreement. However, this year, like I said, we do have three students, and one of them has been a master's by research student, but that is not guaranteed. It is usually for taught master's students.
Tracy, thank you so much for doing this presentation and for answering the questions. I will be sending everyone that's been asking questions in the chat and everyone that's connected at the moment an email with your contact details and with this webinar. I don't know if you want to say something else before ending this session.
Yeah, just to say again, thank you so much for the opportunity to speak to you all today. I hope my presentation has been useful. I know there was a lot of information in there, so please, any questions that you've got, I am very happy to help with those. I think we have a really great relationship with Colfuturo, and we work together to obviously make the journey for you as smooth as possible. So I hope that's been helpful. Most importantly, like I said, just please stay safe and well, and anything that we can do to help, just let us know. Thank you.
Tracy, thank you so much for being here today. Muchas gracias a todas las personas que estuvieron conectadas. Que tengan un muy buen día. Have a nice day.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.